See, bro, a big problem when you start self-improvement is that you start noticing the bad habits of the people around you because you've been working on using your phone less, spending less time on the PC, not vaping, eating less junk food. And so when you see your friends, your family members just be fucking consumed by their phone or playing like games on their phone, it makes you feel like pretty bad because you don't want them for that, do you? See, bro, a big problem when you start self-improvement is that you start noticing the bad habits of the people around you. You've worked to spend less time on your phone, less time on the PC, not vape as much, eat less junk food, go to the gym, all of the good things. But when you start noticing your friends or your family members be just consumed by their phones or playing games on their phones, it makes you feel pretty bad, doesn't it? Because you don't want that for them. You want their mental health to be in a good spot. You want their health to be in a good spot. You want them to have more time so that they can spend it with you, make you feel better, make them feel better. That would be awesome, right? And so what do? When you see them on their phones or doing some other bad habit, you just fucking like yell at them. You like walk up with your authority of a big man and you tell them like, stop doing that. Stop spending so much time on your phone, like get off the game. Because it comes from within you, right? It's your instinct. It's your emotional reaction because you feel bad when they're doing it, so you tell them not to, like stop it. But then you make no progress. They keep doing it, they just kinda ignore you. And that makes you feel even worse, doesn't it? Because you've watched so many videos on this topic, like why the phone is bad for you, your dopamine, mental health. So why are they not listening when you know so much about it? See, man, it's because you're not doing it properly. If you were, you would have been making progress right now. And you probably aren't because you're watching this video. On this journey of self-improvement so far, you've probably learned that these emotional, instinctive decisions, they're most likely bad, aren't they? Like, for your business, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this. Oh, I'm gonna fap right now, I feel bad, I'm gonna eat this junk food, I wanna play some games. These decisions are bad. But yet you keep making them when you deal with other people. You're being emotional. That's why you're not making any progress. That's why you don't find any success in helping your family. We need to think about it. You need to go ahead, be rational, and figure out what exactly to say to convince them to stop it, right? This makes sense. We need to be rational, not emotional. Okay? But what do we... Okay, now we know that like we need to think, right? We can't just go ahead and tell them stop doing that because it doesn't work. It's just emotional. I'll tell you why in a second, but we know that we need to be rational. So what now? Are you meant to discover psychology and figure out how to persuade people? Oh, no need for that, man, because there's probably like 5,000 books written on this, I'm not gonna lie. And the best one, or one of the best that I'm reading, it's called How to Win Friends and Influence People. And from this book, man, people praise it so fucking much. They act like it's a Bible. I'm not joking. So it must be pretty good, right? I've been reading it for the past few days and I'm already noticing progress. Even though I've been like just kind of reading a couple of pages a day. It's pretty powerful. So there's 3 principles that the author mentions in how to deal with people and basically achieve what you want. Stop your family from doing these bad habits, help them improve as well. 3 principles. The first one that the author mentions, and it's insanely important, is don't criticize, condemn, or complain. So basically exactly what you're doing. Don't do that. Why? Here's what happens, not in your own brain, because when you complain, you get let out the bad emotions, you feel nice afterwards. Here's what happens in the brain of the person you're trying to convince, of your mother, your brother. They listen to you like yelling and complaining and crying, and you make them feel like fucking shit. Because here's the thing, to them, using the phone, whether it be like Facebook, like the video game, whatever it is, it's a part of their identity, you know, they spend so much time on it, it becomes a part of them. So when you immediately attack this with your fucking shitty words, you're basically attacking them, you're attacking their ego. You produce all these like negative emotions, and so they start disliking you for it. You know, they won't hate you immediately because you tell them to stop watching YouTube while they're eating, but it does like increase the percentages of how much they don't like you, even by a little one. That's not a good thing. And so now you've made all these negative things, you've attacked them, you've made them like dislike you more. And so when they feel like shit, it makes sense that they keep doing the task and they don't listen to you. Because when you feel like shit, bro, what are you most likely to do? Are you gonna do the wonk workout and record the video, or are you most likely gonna, you know, watch the YouTube shorts, vape eventually, eat the shitty food? When you create the bad emotions, bad actions follow. You don't want that, man. Okay? Okay, nice. Second thing that we need to talk about, the second principle, is actually the opposite of this. Give honest and sincere appreciation. And for this, I'll give you an example with my dog Bruno. See, Bruno, he's a pretty smart guy, right? He knows like a bunch of commands, he's learning, he's doing well, he's a smart dog. And yesterday, or 2 days ago, my mother was talking to her friend, and she said, oh, he's a good dog, but he doesn't know how to give paw yet. And so in my mind I think, okay, I need to go ahead and teach him how to give paw. So I watched like a 2-minute YouTube video on how to do it, and basically, you can't just, like, your instinctive reaction to this. Okay, I want to say paw, and then his paw is in my hands. So I'm gonna say paw and grab him, you know, grab his paw, teach him that this is what I need you to do. That's the instinctive reaction, the no thought reaction. And you know what that does to your dog? It just confuses them, it makes them think like, why is he grabbing my paw? This doesn't make any sense. And so he starts like trusting you less, disliking you less, more. You get what I mean? And so that's not the way to go about it. Well then, what do you do? Oh, basically it's like you hold out food. You know, dogs are very motivated by food. That's like their motive. They love food. You hold out some food and you like cup it so they can't reach it. And they're trying to get it in their mouth. And once they know like I can't get it in my mouth, their second option is to try to like reach it in their paws. So he's stuck here like licking your hand, but then he thinks, okay, this doesn't work, let me try with my paw. And so he puts his paw on your palms. And that's when you just reward him, man. You give him the food, you pet him, you tell him he's a good boy, you give the honest and sincere appreciation. And then 3 minutes after doing that, he already knows how to give the command to me. And you think, well, why would you give him appreciation when your goal is to make him do the paw command, yet he only just like fucking slapped you on the wrists? Because it's a step in the right direction. Because it's like it's the first steps of the goal I want him to reach. You know, slowly move his paw, actually put his paw on my hand like this and let me grab him, and then you get to the command, and then you get to the good stuff. It's a step in the right direction, and that's why I reward him. Because when you make someone feel good about what they're doing, they're more likely to repeat it and even do a better job next time. So think of this. You want your brother to stop using the phone so much. You want your mother to stop using the phone so much. Why don't you reward them for when they make their bed? When they brush their teeth and have a good meal. And when you notice they actually haven't been on the phone for a pretty decent amount of time. Why don't you reward that? Because what we do is, here's the baseline of how someone feels. It's zero. It's I don't know the word. It's neither positive nor negative, right? We criticize, condemn, and complain. And we make someone feel like shit. That's not good. But we never actually give them the appreciation hey, what you did was very nice. Hey, I'm proud of you. Hey, good job, man. And so we make them feel like shit and shit and shit and shit. And we never actually give them a reason to feel better. So how do we expect to make progress? We need to give this appreciation, man. We need to. That's how you provide the motivation to keep doing it. And now, third principle, which is basically what you're looking for. How do we get someone to do what we want? Arouse an eager want. What this basically means is, drumstick you need to make them want to do it. And I know this just blew your mind wait, no way, I need to make them want to do it? You're such a genius, George, but here's the thing, it's not just grab your little brother by the arms, give the notebook in front of him and tell him right now. You need to make him think, I want to do my homework. You get what I mean? And the way to do that is, you need to give him a reason to do his homework. You need to give him a goal, basically. Because why do you go to the gym? The reason is you want to put on the muscles, gain the weight, feel better. Why do you meditate? Because you want to improve your mental health, feel better, make others feel better. You have a reason. He doesn't have a reason to do his homework. You need to give it to him, because you want him to do the behavior, right? He doesn't. So give him a reason. And the important thing that most people fuck up is, you try to give your own reason for it. And that just doesn't work. Because, okay, I want my brother to do his homework. What do I think? Okay, when he does his homework, he's gonna get the better grades, get into the better school, and then he'll be surrounded by like-minded, competitive people. It will increase his testosterone, make him more successful, Do you think he's thinking that? No fucking way, man. You can't expect people to have the same beliefs, the same knowledge as you. You can't expect them to follow your goals. It needs to be something that relates to them, to what they think. Think about it from their point of view. Put yourself in their shoes. You want to convince your 10-year-old brother to do his homework? Or you stop being, the 15, 16-year-old self-improvement guy. You become your 10-year-old brother. And you think, okay, why would I want to do my homework? Now I gotta be a little quiet. Hey, because yesterday I kinda used this on my own brother, I wanted him to do his homework, so what did I do? I didn't tell him, okay, you're gonna become successful. No. I know that he loves playing football. What I did, I told him, if you solve one singular problem, we're gonna play for 15 minutes. I gave him a reason that relates to him, to something like he would think, okay, if I just do my problem, we get to play, that's awesome, right? And so he did it. And he actually solved 6, not 1. 6. Just because I stopped being a little moron and thinking from what I want. I thought about what he wants. And so we made the progress. And now I'm not some expert, I've been reading this book for a few days, but the fact that I'm already like slowly figuring out how it works and making some progress, it's a good sign for how good this book is, right? It's very powerful, man. I would really advise you just search up a PDF online and read like the first few pages. It's so important. People, like, as I said before, they act like it's a Bible, man. So it's very good. And now for your actionable step for this video, because you need to do something to get results, right? Think of something you want to make a family member do. Like cook their own meal or eat like better food. And just apply these 3 principles. Stop complaining and being a little bitch so much. Begin giving them appreciation when they're actually like doing the steps in the right direction, when they say, I will eat this shitty food later. That's a progress to eating the right food, right? And then the third step is just make them want to eat the food. Figure out what their goals are, what their beliefs, what they want to achieve. And just tell them that if you do this, you get this. And this is not what you want for them. This is what they want for themselves. When you eat the good food, you're gonna be better on the soccer match and you destroy everyone and you feel like a king. That's what it takes, man. Give it a try. Work for it, because I know it's not easy. It's not just this impulsive thing that you do. But that's what it takes. Thinking and being rational and figuring out the solution is how you make the gains, man. Okay, bye-bye.